From Jeffrey Epstein's life of web and secrecy to the eerie elevators haunted by Elisa Lam, each unsolved mystery is a chilling labyrinth of clues and conjectures, secrets and silence. Unveiled or not, they continue to captivate and confound us. Welcome to the cryptic world of unsolved mysteries, where the truth is often more eerie than fiction. These enigmas span the annals, history and the globe, turning ordinary individuals into eternal enigmas. Yet the true horror lies not in their extraordinary ends, but in the enduring mystery they leave. So do you dare to delve into the murky depths, to untangle the tantalizing question marks that continue to haunt us? Join us as we embark on this thrilling journey through some of history's most baffling unsolved mysteries. Our journey begins in the high-profile world of New York's elite 2008. Emerging from the shadows and stepping into the public eye is the controversial figure Jeffrey Epstein. In the midst of the radiant glow of New York City and an idyllic private island, Epstein's name began to instill fear among the city's elite. Beneath the surface, a reign of terror was brewing, one that would forever tarnish his name. The brutality of the sexual abuses he orchestrated shocked the city when they came to light with his 2019 arrest. His indictment was severe, the supporting evidence undeniable. But before his victims could find justice, Epstein's life was abruptly ended within the chilling, stark walls of a Manhattan detention center. His death's circumstances, officially ruled a suicide, sparked controversy and gave rise to countless conspiracy theories. Today, the name Jeffrey Epstein embodies an unsolved mystery, his case marking one of the most infamous in true crime history. It serves as a chilling reminder of the dark underbelly of New York's elite. Even with the passage of time, Epstein's shadow still looms large over New York, a persistent reminder of a mystery that continues to baffle the world. Number 9, 1947 Los Angeles, where the city of dreams became a nightmare for one woman. Meet Elizabeth Short, an aspiring actress who, like many others, was drawn to the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. But her dreams of stardom were brutally cut short, and her name would become infamous, not for her acting roles but for her tragic end as the Black Dahlia. Elizabeth's life was snuffed out in the most gruesome manner. Her mutilated body was found lying in a vacant lot, severed in half at the waist, a chilling sight that shook the city to core. The brutality of the crime was shocking, but equally perplexing was the lack of evidence, the absence of blood at the scene, and the seemingly professional precision of the mutilation. The ensuing investigation was as sprawling as the city itself. Thousands of suspects were interviewed, countless leads followed, yet the identity of the killer remained elusive. The media frenzy surrounding the case added layers of sensationalism, but little in the way of concrete facts. Theories abounded, some plausible, others downright bizarre, but none provided the definitive answer to the haunting question: who killed the Black Dahlia? Years turned into decades, and the case grew colder, yet Elizabeth Short's story continues to captivate. The tragic tale of a young woman with dreams of stardom, whose life was brutally ended, leaving behind a mystery that remains unsolved. The Black Dahlia's case remains one of Hollywood's darkest chapters. Number 8. Now we journey to Florida, where a seemingly spontaneous human combustion baffled investigators. The story of Mary Reese's perplexing demise took a grim turn in this sunny state. Prior to diving into the mystery of her unsettling death, let's explore the life she led. At the age of 67, Mary Reese was a resident of Florida, living a seemingly ordinary life, until the ominous summer night of 1951. Her story, too, as the spontaneous human combustion case of Risa, unfolded in a chilling manner. The of Mary's near-totally cremated remains, discovered in an apartment, would strike terror and awe in any observer. Only a shrunken skull, few bone fragments, and an untouched left foot wearing a slipper were left as tangible reminders of her existence. Oddly enough, apart from a greasy residue and a small pile of ashes marking the spot where she had been consumed by fire, the rest of her home stayed remarkably untouched by the blaze. The peculiar circumstances surrounding her death have sparked a multitude of theories, the most contentious being the spontaneous human combustion. This suggests the skin-crawling possibility that a living body can self-ignite from within. Despite thorough examinations, Mary Reese's death still confounds, with no satisfactory explanation ever found. Thus, The enduring enigma of Mary Reese's death continues to hover over the world, a haunting whisper in the records of forensic science and American crime history. Number 7. From America, we traverse to the icy wilderness of Norway, where a woman met a mysterious end. It was November 1970 when hikers stumbled upon a haunting site in the remote Isdalen Valley, often referred to as Death Valley. Amid the rugged terrain, they found the charred remains of a woman, her body surrounded by peculiar objects that would baffle investigators for decades to come. In the grim tableau, there were remnants of burned passports, a collection of clothing all with the labels removed, and a string of cryptic notes. These clues seemed to suggest a life lived in shadows, a woman constantly on the move. But her identity? That remained, and despite the most earnest efforts of investigators, the Isdal woman, as she came to be known, could not be identified. She was a cipher, a mystery wrapped in a riddle. The autopsy revealed she had ingested a large number of sleeping pills before her death, and the presence of soot in her lungs suggested she was alive while burning. But was it suicide or murder, and why would someone go to such lengths to erase her existence? Over the years, numerous theories have swirled around the Isdal woman, from spy to fugitive, yet none have provided a conclusive answer. Her identity and the circumstances of her death remain shrouded in the chilling mists of Isdalen Valley. Number 6. Our next case takes us back to America, where a young boy's life was tragically cut short. In the winter of 1957, the haunting image of a young boy's lifeless body, cradled in a cardboard box, shook the city of Philadelphia. The boy, no more than 6 years old, was never identified despite tireless efforts from authorities and local communities alike. His face, frozen in time, has been circulated countless times over the decades, a silent plea for recognition that has yet to be answered. The case, known as the Boy in the Box, remains one of America's most enduring mysteries. The identity of the boy and the person or persons responsible for his untimely death remain concealed in the shadows. Theories abound, but answers are scarce. With each passing year, the hope of solving this heart-wrenching case dims, yet it refuses to be extinguished completely. His identity and the identity of his killer remain unknown, a poignant reminder of a life lost too soon. Number 5. Our journey now takes us to a remote German farm, the site of a horrifying family massacre. In the chill of 1922, a gruesome scene awaited those who dared venture onto the Hinterkaifeck property. 6 members of the Gruber family, from the grandparents to the youngest grandchild, all met their tragic end in a single night of unfathomable the eerie part. The entire family, and even their maid, was systematically killed with a mattock, a tool not unlike a pickaxe. The brutality of the crime was such that it shocked even the hardened investigators of the time. The killer, or killers, seemed to have harbored an intense rage against the family, a rage that was expressed in the violence of their deaths. Theories about the identity of the perpetrator abound. Some suggest it was a vengeful neighbour, others propose it was a transient passing through, and some even speculate it was a member of the family itself. Yet despite numerous investigations and endless speculation, no one has ever been brought to justice for the Hinterkaifeck murders. The crime scene, a quaint and remote farm, is a chilling juxtaposition to the savage violence that took place there. But the mystery of who committed this horrific act and why remains. The Hinterkaifeck farm stands as a chilling monument to an unsolved crime that continues to baffle investigators. Number 4. From Germany, we travel to the sunny shores of Australia, where a man's death is shrouded mystery. Here, in the land down under, in the year 1948, a man was found lifeless on Somerton Beach. This man, who would later be referred to as the Somerton Man, was dressed in a suit and tie, his pockets empty of any identification. But what makes this case truly intriguing is a scrap of paper found hidden within a concealed pocket of the man's. On it were the words "tamam shud," a phrase which translates to ended or finished in Persian. This cryptic message, as well as the absence of any personal identification, transformed an otherwise ordinary death into a complex enigma. Efforts to identify the Somerton Man proved futile. Despite the circulation of his plaster bust and extensive coverage in the media, no one came forward to identify him. The authorities were left with a body, a cryptic message, and more questions than answers. Theories abound regarding who the Somerton Man. Some suggest he was a spy, others believe he was a sailor, while some even propose he was a man caught up in a love triangle gone awry. But despite these theories, the true identity of the Somerton Man and the meaning behind his final message remain a mystery. The Somerton Man's cryptic message and his identity remain unsolved, adding to the allure of this complex mystery. Number 3, we return to America, where a series of gruesome murders shocked the city of Cleveland. The 1930s saw the city gripped in terror as a monstrous predator lurked in the shadows. This malevolent entity came to be known as the Cleveland Torso Murderer. Over a span of 4 years, the murderer claimed at least 12 victims, though some speculate the actual number could be higher. Each victim was decapitated and dismembered, a chilling signature that sent shivers down the spines of the city's inhabitants. The brutality of these crimes was unprecedented, casting a dark shadow over the city that still lingers to this day. The hunt for the killer was intense, with famed lawman Elliot Ness at the helm of the investigation. Despite their best efforts, the law enforcement hit dead end after dead end. The murderer seemed to be always one step ahead, vanishing like a ghost after each horrific act. Theories swirled around the identity of the killer. Some pointed fingers at drifters, others suspected a butcher due to the precise dismemberment. Yet no solid evidence was ever found to pin down a suspect. The case eventually went cold, leaving a city forever scarred by the gruesome acts of an unknown monster. The identity of the Cleveland Torso Murderer remains unknown, a grim testament to a dark chapter in Cleveland's history. The legacy of these heinous crimes serves as a chilling reminder of the depths of human depravity. Number 2. Our journey continues with a family whose disappearance sparked a wave of speculation and fear. The Jameson family, Bobby, Sherilyn, and their 6-year-old daughter Madison, vanished without a trace in 2009. They were last seen in the rugged mountains of southeastern Oklahoma, leaving behind a deserted truck, a bewildering stack of cash, and a home untouched by time. Despite an extensive search, the family remained missing for 4 long years. Then, in a chilling discovery, their skeletal remains were found, scattered on a secluded hillside. The cause of their deaths, still unknown. Theories abound, from foul play to a tragic murder-suicide, but none have been proven. Their haunting last CCTV footage, showing the couple in a trance-like state, only deepens the enigma. The Jameson family's case remains a chilling mystery, with many unanswered questions. Their story serves as a stark reminder of the unsolved mysteries that continue to lurk in the shadows of our world. Number 1. Our final case takes us to a Los Angeles hotel, the site of a strange and unexplained death. In 2013, Eliza Lam, a young Canadian tourist, became the subject of an eerie mystery that left many scratching their heads. Lam was seen in surveillance footage from the hotel's elevator, acting peculiarly, as if she were hiding from or interacting with someone unseen. Days later, her body was discovered in the hotel's rooftop water tank, the circumstances of her death as murky as the water in which she was. Theories abound, from the plausible to the supernatural. Was it a tragic accident, a sinister murder, or something even more unexplainable? The toxicology report came back inconclusive, and the autopsy failed to provide clear answers. Despite the passage of more than a decade, the unsettling circumstances of Elisa's death continue to intrigue and confound. Elisa Lam's case continues to confound investigators, a testament to the enduring power of unsolved mysteries. From Jeffrey Epstein's apparent suicide to Elisa Lam's strange demise, these cases continue to captivate and confound us. The echoes of their stories reverberate through time, a chilling testament to the dark corners of human nature and the enduring enigma of the unknown. Each tale, from the Black Dahlia's tragic end to the Jameson family's inexplicable disappearance, serves as a puzzle piece in the grand tapestry of unsolved mysteries. We've pondered over the strange clues surrounding the Isdal woman and grappled with the brutality of the Hinterkaifeck murders. We've delved into the mystery of the Somerton man's final message and scrutinized the grisly legacy of the Cleveland Torso murders. Yet the truth remains elusive, lost in the shadows of the past. As we continue to search for answers, these unsolved mysteries serve as a grim reminder of the many mysteries that still haunt our world.